We've talked about Disney's Wilderness Lodge before, and now we're staying there again. We're seeing it in a whole new way. From late-night boat rides to quiet mornings in the lobby, we experienced it differently this time around. So, did it live up to what we remembered, or did our opinion change? Your 10 minutes starts now. Hello and welcome to Mouse Minutes, where we rate Disney experiences on a classical grading scale in 10 minutes or less, or your podcast is free. I'm your co-host, Jordan.
And I'm your other co-host, Whitney.
And Whitney, like we said in the intro, we're headed back to Disney's Fort Wilderness.
Nope.
And like we said in the intro, we're headed back to Disney's Wilderness Lodge.
Yes, Wilderness Lodge.
That's right. And we do all this to help you decide if it's a hit or if it's a skip for your next trip. So we're headed back to Disney's Wilderness Lodge. We're going to talk about what were our expectations? What did we expect before we went there? Our second time going back. We're going to talk logistics, room experience, dining availability, and who's this actually for? Is it for families, couples, first-timers, Disney's fans, Disney fans?
Is this for you?
Is this for you?
Maybe it's not.
So let's jump into it. I think we're going to be able to keep this in 10 minutes today, Whitney.
I don't.
You doubt it? All right.
I doubt it. Okay.
Well, give us some background. Can you jump into it?
Well, let me Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's okay.
But the background is that we recorded this episode on We recorded this episode on Wilderness Lodge back in 2024.
2024. Like 2 years ago.
Which was when we first stayed there.
Crazy. Yeah.
And we talked about it. We gave a lot of, information. Mm-hmm. But let me tell you that May 28th, 1994 was when it opened. So we did our episode like 30 years after.
30 years later after it opened.
So I originally graded it an A-.
That's right.
And you originally graded it
an A, a solid A.
So yours was higher.
And I said, this is absolutely one of my favorite resorts. That's right.
You said it was one of your favorites.
That's right. Go back and listen to it.
Yeah.
It's linked down below in our show notes.
Yes, or it's up here.
Up here, right
YouTube.
Above my head.
So here's the other thing is that I commented a lot about the pool. I talked a lot about the pool. I talked about Geyser Point, the restaurant. You talked about the vibes. All
of the lives that are happening there and being lived
at Disney Fort Wilderness. The lobby and the vibes. The lives. the vibes of the resort in general
are so lively.
It's so lively. And the artifacts that you can see there, how peaceful it is. So those are, and you mentioned the music. Okay. Mm-hmm. So slower pace at this resort, just to kind of recap what we talked about on that episode. So I think we need to just jump into where we're at now.
Yeah.
I guess the question is, do you grade it differently? Yeah,
I did. So let's talk first. What were your expectations before you stayed there? So what did you expect versus what you actually experienced?
We got a 2-bedroom suite. Mm-hmm. I expected big rooms.
In the Copper Creek area.
Yep.
Right?
I expected big rooms. Mm-hmm. I expected the peacefulness that we were looking for, that we had last time.
Yeah.
I was really excited about so many musics.
All of the musics.
And the vibes of it.
Yeah.
I'm really combining my words tonight.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I got that.
And I'll say I was expecting proximity to the lobby, the good vibes of the lobby, the lively lobby, as you mentioned.
Lively lobby.
Restaurants, and proximity to the pool.
In the park.
Yeah, that's right.
Disney.
To Magic Kingdom.
That's
right. So, were you surprised by anything?
Yes.
Okay, what were you surprised by, Whitney? What's one or two things you were surprised by?
Okay, so I was surprised that the 2-bedroom suite was actually smaller than I expected.
Okay. How so?
So we've stayed in a couple 2-bedroom suites. We've stayed in
different resorts. At Disney World.
One of them being Old Key West, which is gigantic. You can't really compare
It's massive.
To that.
It's massive.
But this one, the little sitting area and the kitchen felt small. The kitchen was basically the entryway.
Surprisingly cramped. Yeah. And it seemed like the entryway was very large. Like the area where you walk, where the washer and dryer are, heading to the master suite. And then, but like you mentioned, it was, I agree.
I feel like in other 2-bedroom suites that we've been in, there's a space, there's actually a room for the laundry room. Yeah. Right? There's actually an area for the kitchen. And this was just all kind of cramped into one. Yeah. So I was just surprised by that. It wasn't a bad thing. I was just like comparing it to others. I was like, oh, wait, this feels like they cut it in half.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that was surprising.
Okay.
What about you?
Something that I was pleasantly surprised with was the amount of kind of, I guess, signature eateries. I know that's not the technical term at Disney, but like there's places like you got Geyser Point. Oh, you've got Whispering Canyon, and you've got their quick service. Yep. And you also have what's that signature dining where you can meet the Seven Dwarves and the
Artist Point.
Artist Point, and you also have the bar where you can get all the popcorns.
All the popcorn.
That's like 6 things right there.
6 things.
6 things. And I'm just surprised. I think I was pleasantly surprised with how much I was like, oh yeah, a lot of these things are my favorite things. Yeah. All these things are my favorite things too. And so I like Geyser Point has absolutely one of the best.
So good.
Things that we'll talk about in dining.
I already know. Okay.
So that goes to one thing. I'm going to jump down to logistics as far as, we've talked about transportation in the past. You only have one mode of transportation here. So one thing that I was also surprised that I was expecting is the fact that you can take a boat to Magic Kingdom and to other resorts, which is what you're expecting, and it wasn't running.
It was broken.
It was shut down, which is such a letdown.
Wah, wah, wah.
You're like heading down the awesome, beautiful, you're passing the geyser, you're going by the pool, and you're walking through the trees, and you feel like you're in the forest and in the wilderness, and then you get there, and it's like, bro, this is closed. You ain't riding no boat right now.
Hop on the bus.
The buses. And it's not far from Magic Kingdom, but that's definitely one of the things that you're anticipating and looking forward to. It's so fun to be on a boat.
And it wasn't like it was something that was planned.
Right. We were definitely expecting to ride the boat and then couldn't. So that was a disappointment.
About that.
Yeah. So if you're planning ahead, it's important to know. Yeah, it's possible that it might be shut down.
That stunk.
What are some logistics that you maybe were anticipating?
I think logistics, that was the biggest one that came to mind, was just that I wanted to be able to ride the boat. And it made for a little bit more of a challenge for us to get to and from where we needed to be because we had Bippity Boppity Boutique at 8:15 a.m.
Had to get there early. So how did we remedy it?
So we actually, because the buses started at 7:30 and we didn't know if that was, we wanted to be there on time, right? So we actually got a minivan. A minivan. And got there. He came, and obviously they're fantastic. Got there in time. Such great service. We got there right as they let in the minivans, which I think was at 7:30. That is the earliest.
Yeah, he said, I'm intentionally moving slowly because I've timed this down to the second, and I can't get there even 30 seconds earlier. I'm going to have to drop you off at this spot where I don't want to drop you off.
Yes, he was fantastic.
He was fantastic.
So the minivan was great. Yeah. That worked.
But the logistics of the transportation that were presented to us at that resort were a little bit of a letdown. Yeah. Because one of the things was shut down.
We were looking forward to that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's move on to room experience. We can talk about layout. You mentioned that.
Yeah.
It felt a little cramped. I agree with you. What are some other things? Maybe value for the price?
So we got a really good deal on this one. Sure. I don't know what it would have been without the deal. I feel like for a 2-bedroom, which we went with my parents, so we had 6 people in the 2-bedroom. I feel like it felt like it was big enough for 6 people.
Totally.
Like it felt like we had enough space. Everyone had their own room.
Their own restroom, their own bathroom, their own beds.
Which is always important. The kids were in the family room in the big
Murphy bed,
yes.
That's right.
And
so a pull down from the couch.
Yeah.
Which is a really cool Murphy bed.
It is. Yeah. It's like a couch that
you put it back up and then you've got a couch that's facing the television.
So cool.
And in that living space, there was plenty of storage for the kids to unpack their clothes and put all the drawers. And I felt like that's something that I was pleasantly surprised with in the rooms, was there was so much storage.
There was.
For
maybe they should not have so much storage and maybe give a little bit more space for the other things.
Maybe.
But yeah, and the everything else, the layout of the other parts of the 2-bedroom were very similar. Yeah. Like the way that the master, if you will, bathroom is, it's broken up into 2 spaces. So I liked our room. We had a great view. Yeah.
One of the things that I love about Disney's Wilderness Lodge is the lobby. Of course, it's
so cool.
One of the most eye-catching lobbies in all of Disney World. It's so large and grandiose. You have these ornate decorations that are nods to the Western expansion, Native American culture, all these things. It's so cool. Did our flag fall back behind?
Our poor flag.
That's what's the second time it's happened. But it's you kind of expect that you're going to be somewhat close to the lobby, and then we weren't, and so it's a little bit of a trek.
That's true.
And which is fine, but it's one thing that you're like, oh, we're kind of far from the lobby. But I will say the trade-off was that we were right near the pool, which I loved that, because we had a really long, because like you mentioned, we were in a 2-bedroom suite. We had a really long patio.
Yeah, it was pretty balcony. It was pretty awesome.
And there were seats in front of every part of the room. So there were 6 seats out there, which you could hear the firework music at night. You could hear the water pageant. You could see people playing, and we could even see our party down at the pool. So I was pleasantly surprised with that. That was one of my favorite things about our location. Even though it wasn't quite as close to the lobby as I would have liked, I really enjoyed the location.
So you're better to have that trade-off than being close to the lobby?
I guess so. If you have to be, I would love to be in that area where the rooms open up to the lobby at some point, and I would love to go back and grade that at some point.
Yeah.
But it's a trade-off because you're next to the pool, and Geyser Point, because Geyser Point is just so awesome.
It's so awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like I was going to ask you something else.
Okay.
But I forgot it, so never mind. We'll move on.
Okay. Let's talk about dining. We mentioned Geyser Point, like 6 times already?
Geyser Point. So good. This is one of the things that I was anticipating, I think, was like, I was so excited to go to Geyser Point and have a relaxed meal.
Expectations were high, and
they delivered.
Boy, did they ever.
It was so good.
Okay, why did they deliver?
Well, we sat in a nice area.
And they didn't actually deliver to our room. We went there and ate in person.
Yes, I had a beer and a burger, and all of that was delicious. We got wings.
Yeah.
And it was just like, and it was the day that we checked in. And so the vibe was just like exactly what I wanted it to be.
And being there in late April, the weather was pleasant.
It was
so
perfect.
nice. You got a breeze coming off of the water right there, and the clouds. It was one of those picturesque Florida days where you have a big, expansive blue sky with the puffy white clouds, fluffy white clouds.
So great.
It was awesome.
It was so beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful.
And the kids were just like so happy to be there too. They were so happy there.
Great.
So I love that. I love that restaurant. I think that's a place. Well, we got to grade that another time. But
totally.
Fantastic spot.
Yeah, and then another thing that we did that's a signature that's worth trying is that massive bear claw that you can get down in their quick service.
So good.
We shared it, I think, between the 6 of us, which is basically kind of like this cinnamon nutty, like, pastry?
Bear claw.
Breakfast pastry? Yeah. Oh, is that a bear claw? Is that
what a bear claw?
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
There's that's a thing.
Oh, okay. Right on. It's not made of like real bear meat, which would be horrible. But no, it was delicious. It was so great. We shared it as a family.
You're a donut guy. I feel like you should know these things.
Yeah, but that's not a donut. That's a pastry.
Okay.
Which I guess a donut is a pastry. But yeah, so great food, great things. Again, we had another great meal at Whispering Canyon. Great service, great servers. It was just so great. So the fact that you're so close in proximity to such great restaurants, I think is definitely a plus for Disney's Wilderness Lodge.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. And then last thing, who's this for? Who is this resort? Who does it best suit? Who would you say?
Okay, here's my thought.
Okay.
I don't know if we love this resort so much because we're from the West. I don't know if there's like this nostalgia that like I want to know what other people have to say. Like, does everyone else feel this way about it? Like, because I feel nostalgic. Nostalgic?
Yeah, I think it's like
nostalgic.
A hard j.
Okay, I feel nostalgic about this resort. Like I almost want to
nostalgic?
Cry a little bit. That and then Polynesian.
Oh, babe, you don't have to cry.
No, it's just like, it feels like there's some sense of home.
Totally.
That's what I'm saying is like, I don't know if it's because we're from the West Coast, so we used to like, go to Arizona and like,
yeah.
If you're not from the West Coast,
like the wildest ride.
I want to know, do you feel this way about this resort or is it just me? But what were we talking about? Who is this for? I guess if you're from the West Coast, no, I'm just kidding. I think that
exclusively,
if you're looking for a deluxe resort and you have the budget for a deluxe resort, this has to be in the running, especially for your first visit. I think that this is one of those that like, it does it so well.
Yeah.
It gives you that feeling that I'm talking about, that nostalgia, that happiness, that joy, that feeling that like all the worries were left back at home that you're not probably going to get from the All-Stars or maybe even like Art of Animation or Pop. Sorry, Ryan. But that like you just feel like all the worries are left back at home. There's this sense of like feeling like you're just, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I think it's like, I think families really like it.
Yeah. So what I think I hear you saying is if you're looking for a place where you can feel like you can unplug and actually feel like you're on vacation, not just a Disney vacation, but actually on vacation, it feels like this delivers that sense of being able to kind of like feel like you got away.
Yes. My other thing is that
which I feel like I can relate to.
Right. Yeah. And I feel like if you have little kids that are obsessed with like, I'm going to use cars for an example. They're obsessed with cars. I don't know that this is the right resort for you. Yeah. So if there's another resort that meets the need of what your kids or your family is
like Art of Animation
with,
or something, where there's the
then
cars
go there.
Yeah.
Because this is more just like, we generally like Disney, we like everything, or there's not one thing that a resort holds for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely feel the families. I feel like, too, this is going to be a place where maybe when our kids are older and they've moved out, like this will be a regular spot for us. Because it also feels like
it's gonna be fun.
Somewhat romantic. We're gonna be, hey babe, remember when we're like in our like 50s?
Remember when we did House Minutes?
No, but it feels like one of those places that it does have a little bit of a romantic.
You do? You think that?
Feel to it? Yeah, maybe it's because, like you said, there's this nostalgia for the West Coast and this connection that feels like home, but it also is a little bit classier. It is large.
It does feel upscale.
Now, if you're looking for like the kind of pixie dust magic Disney World experience, this does not feel like it delivers on that.
No.
So if that's what you're looking for, this probably is not for you. However, I think that there are definitely Disney fans who love that experience, but who also really love staying here. It's funny, we were talking on social media just with this last weekend. Someone was telling me she stayed there, I think it was 30 times.
Yeah.
She's a DVC member, but she's stayed there like legitimately 30 times, and it's her number one favorite resort.
I would love to stay there 30 times.
Yeah, let's keep going. Let's review this 30 times.
But I think you're totally right. It really is. It's not that, what's that? I wouldn't say tacky, but like some of those other resorts, it's just like so themed. It's not so themed.
That's right.
I feel like if we have had older kids and it's like our first trip to Disney and they're kind of like, come on, mom and dad, like, are we going to go? Okay, fine, we'll go. This would be a good one for like even those kids because it's got it's
not over the top
Native American vibe too. It feels like Western. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So That's
big
what I
fireplace. Yeah, there's places to explore. It's beautiful, certainly. Yeah, and then if you're on a budget, maybe this isn't the spot for you. And then if you're looking for somewhere quieter, yes, I would say
so too.
But if you're trying to be over at Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom a lot, probably not the place for you.
If you want Animal Kingdom Lodge might be more on your vibe.
A similar kind of pace and style as far as resorts go. But if you want to be at Magic Kingdom, this absolutely can be a spot, especially if the boat is running. Yep. But that's it. That's all I've got to say. Is there anything you'd like to add?
I do want to ask you.
Okay.
Do you change your grade? You had an A. I had an A minus.
Question. You know, it's funny, when I was talking with that gal we mentioned a moment ago, she asked me if it was one of my favorites. It's absolutely one of my favorites. I remember saying that. I would still keep a strong A. I love this resort. Is definitely one of my favorites. It is sometimes my absolute favorite. It just depends on how I'm feeling. But it's definitely in my top, I think, 3. It's definitely in my top 3.
Yeah.
And again, we've stayed at every resort except for one. And we've stayed at this one now multiple times.
Yeah.
But I love this resort. I absolutely will and would stay here again.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
And I could stay here for, there's some resorts where you might kind of max out at 3 days or 3 nights. This one I could stay there for
a week.
Like 10 days.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I could live here.
Yeah, like a month. I'd say a couple months. Maybe a year. Have you ever lived at Disney's Fort Wilderness? Or Wilderness Lodge? Oh, my goodness. All right. How about you?
I would bump mine up. Bump mine up.
I bumped mine up.
I think I was disappointed in the pool.
Bump it up.
I think I was disappointed in the pool last time. But we spent a whole day at the pool this time. And I will say you have to jockey for seating.
Yes. And we got some prime time seating.
Right. But it's not as like crowded in the pool as I was expecting.
Yeah.
Because we didn't spend a lot of time at the pool the first time.
It was crowded.
It was crowded, but I mean, like, it wasn't like annoying to me.
Right.
It was still really fun. And the kids spent all day at the pool and had a great time in that very small pool.
Going up and down that slide.
Over and over again.
Now, granted, again, our kids are under 10 years old. So I feel like maybe kids who are a little bit older might desire a larger... They might pine for a larger, like, even just... water slide. So.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, and then we can wrap it up.
Yeah.
That I've never seen at a resort.
This is free flowing. We're just having a conversation.
22 minutes.
We're just hanging out here.
But listen, they have a hot spa and a cool spa.
Ooh, they do.
And so the cool spa is great for kids because it's just warm. It's like warm, like bathtub water.
It's not like hot.
It's not hot where you're like, we can't really be in here for too long, which I've never seen that. Why don't they do that in more places? That's a great idea. Because then you have like toddlers in there and who knows what's going on. You know what I mean? They're probably peeing in the spa.
Well, and it's because this is geyser water. These are springs. These are natural springs.
Right, totally. Yeah. Well, we need more natural springs at other locations.
That's right.
That's all I have to say.
I'm glad you stopped the show for that.
What, peeing in the water?
Oh, that's not at all where I was going with that. No, I was saying because I actually like that you highlighted those spas because I love those spas. I remember even walking over this last trip and I was like, where were you all my life? Where were you last time? I don't remember seeing you. Where did you go? You weren't there. You weren't there.
I wonder if there's other ones that we've missed. Anyways, okay, we should wrap it up.
All right. Well, have you stayed at Disney's Wilderness Lodge? What did you think about it? Would you go back? How long would you stay there for?
Do you feel nostalgic like we do?
And did we totally miss the grade? And tell us about all the errors we made on this. But thank you so much for hanging out with us. It was so nice to have this free-flowing conversation. Whitney, can you bring us home?
Jordan, next week.
Yeah.
Next week.
Next week, we have a couple of guests.
We have some grading.
We are going to be grading San Angel Inn in the Mexico Pavilion in Epcot.
The restaurant. So make sure you're subscribed on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, which is where you can find us. We're over on Instagram as well. And we will see you all next week. Goodbye.
Goodbye. And let's go, Ducks! Let's go, Ducks!
Trader Sam.